There are many ways, like study of fossils, vestigial organs, homologous and analogous organs, and DNA analysis, by which evolutionary relationships between organisms can be proved. Fossils are the preserved remains of life forms that lived long time back. But how are they formed? Formation of fossils. We can also find out how old a fossil is. The first method, that is, relative method, is quite simple. It, it works on the principle that when we start finding fossils, the ones that are found closer to the surface are the more recent ones than the ones found deeper. Look at the structure of these animals. A human, a cat, and a bat seem to have not much in common. But if we take a deeper look at their limbs, we find that most parts are common, like humerus, radius, ulna, carpus, metacarpus, and phalanges. These structures, which appear to have similar basic structures but perform different functions, are called homologous structures. Homologous structures usually have the same basic structure, same origin, have a common ancestor, perform different functions, and are an example of divergent evolution. However, some organisms like a penguin, a fish, and a dolphin have organs that perform similar functions, that is, swimming, but actually have a very different basic design. A penguin is a bird and has wings, a fish has fins, and a dolphin has flippers for swimming. Although these organs perform similar functions, they have different internal structures. Such structures that have similar functioning but have a different basic structure are called analogous organs. Analogous organs usually have different basic structures, different origins, but perform same function. They are also an example of convergent evolution and do not share common ancestors. Are you aware that humans do have a tail? Well, not exactly a tail, but they do have a tailbone, which is located at the far end of the spinal cord and is called coccyx. In our ancestors, a tail may have served as an important organ for maintaining such organs, which during the process of evolution have lost their functionality but are still there, are called vestigial organs. Some more examples are the nictitating membrane in our eyes, which was maybe used by our ancestors for eye protection. Another example is the appendix located at the far end of the large intestine. This is also an organ that serves no specific purpose in digestion. DNA analysis. For example, if we observe the DNA of a human and a chimpanzee, then the similarity in their DNA would be much more than the comparison of a human and a cat. These molecular studies suggest that the more characteristics or traits organisms have in common, the closer will be their recent ancestor. Long before Darwin and Wallace, farmers and breeders were using the idea of selection to cause major changes in the features of their plants and animals over the course of decades. Farmers and breeders allowed only the plants and animals with desirable characteristics to reproduce, causing the evolution of farm stock. As shown below, farmers have cultivated numerous popular crops like cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, kale, and kohlrabi from the wild mustard by artificially selecting for certain attributes.
created using Powtoon.